What's up everyone, OJ here. Welcome back to another Fire Emblem Three Houses video. Happy launch week to everybody out there. The game is pretty much available for anyone to go purchase at this point, so I want to give a big shout outs to everybody who's playing and everybody who said thank you, OJ, for recommending the game to me. I'm having a blast. Everybody who's come out to the live stream so far, watch the videos. It's been a crazy journey, but we're finally here. People can go out there, pick up the game. People are getting their special editions. There's just so much cool stuff going on. So thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart who watched all my videos and who went out there and supported the game, because this game is awesome. But we do have some more information. The news keeps on going. Fire Emblem forever, it never dies. So let's go ahead and get into this first topic here, and we're starting out with some big sales updates. So we did talk about this before with the sales and kind of keeping track on how things are doing on Amazon and how things are doing on the eShop, and now we have some confirmations after even launch that it is still Fire Emblem Three Houses, the #1 best-selling game, despite Madden going up for pre-orders on Amazon. That's a big game that's coming out actually very soon here. That game drops August 2nd, and Fire Emblem Three Houses is still above both versions of Madden, so that's definitely good to see when it comes to the Fire Emblem faithful out there. Also, the digital code for Fire Emblem, people are purchasing that at Amazon as well. That's one of the top games. It's in the top 10 with Fire Emblem being the #1 game. So great to see that the Amazon sales are still picking up and more people are picking up Fire Emblem. I talked about this before, but I stated that ever since Nintendo decided to put Fire Emblem as a major franchise, or more that it earned its status as that, the next game after Fates, because they declared it in 2016 after Fates and the great sales, I said whatever they do next, that's going to be the most successful Fire Emblem game, because they're going to put the most time, resources, and effort, and it's going to be, I think, on a system or whatever Nintendo calls that with HD and all of it. And that of course turned out to be the Nintendo Switch, and that turned out to be the Nintendo Switch, which can be played anywhere that you want, so you can get your experience like it's Fire Emblem on the portable systems, or like it's Fire Emblem a decade ago, Path of Radiance or Radiant Dawn on the GameCube and Wii respectively. So I knew that the next one was going to be big, and pretty much these sales are confirming that. Even at one point yesterday, it was above the PSN cards, but in terms of games and software only, it's been #1 pretty much for the past, I would say 3 days, 3-4 days or so. Great to see once again Fire Emblem Three Houses doing continuously well. And we also have an update on the eShop sales charts. From what I understand, the game is #1 in Japan when it comes to eShop sales, and it's also #1 here in the US, and I'm pretty sure Europe the sales are in the top 5 if it's not #1. So great sales all around, whether it's the eShop, whether it's Amazon. I know I got my version on the eShop. I wanted a digital version that I can play at any point. I have my physical collection edition that I'm getting as well. And I also got a pretty cool giveaway, which we're going to talk about at the end. So make sure you stay tuned to the whole video so you can kind of get that information. But yeah, Fire Emblem is doing well across the world, whether it's the physical version of the game that you're buying, whether it's the digital version, it's doing well. But we also got multiple reports from many different people out there in terms of my users, and my fellow co-host of the PE podcast, my boy Baron, he talked about it, that he went to multiple different Walmarts the night of launch and nobody had the game. It was sold out at pretty much every single Walmart. I had other people tell me that as well, and many places just didn't have the game. GameStops didn't have them. There was, all the reservations were taken up. So this is definitely going to be the best selling Fire Emblem game ever, and Nintendo couldn't have asked, couldn't have dreamed for a better launch than this one right here. It really just fell into place. Everything fell into place for them, and I'm really happy for Koei Tecmo, really happy for Intelligent Systems, really happy for Nintendo and everybody who's been working on the franchise, especially the old school Fire Emblem developers back in the GameCube and Wii days and the DS, and them not knowing their future and what they were going to be doing. It's crazy to see where Fire Emblem is at this point, and I'm so happy because the game freaking rocks, man. It's such a great game. So awesome stuff all around, selling out, doing well, and more stock is coming. I know Best Buy had low stock too, at least where I'm at, they had low stock. More stock is coming in, and hopefully you guys are all enjoying the game as much as I am, because I know I am tearing through and it's a lot of fun. Hard classic, man. You got to play really defensive. But anyway, what do you guys think about this when it comes to the sales news for Fire Emblem Three Houses? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, now moving into the next topic here, we're going to be discussing the Metacritic rankings for Fire Emblem Three Houses. The reviews are piling in, and the game currently has 59 scores on Metacritic with an 87 average. Now, from what I understand, on launch or right before, it started out like at 86, and then it moved up to an 88, and we were kind of speculating on the PE podcast that maybe it gets to about 90, but it moved one tick down to 87. But 87 out of 100 is still a really good score. We're getting amazing scores from big websites out there, from IGN to Game Informer to Destructoid. All of them are giving it great scores for the game. It's getting a lot of 9s, a lot of 9.5s, some 10s are thrown in there as well. So it's fantastic to see that the critics are really loving Fire Emblem Three Houses. But I think what makes this game really stand out with the reviews and with the games out there, it's just so different. It's not the typical shooter. It's not the typical action game. It's not the typical RPG. It's not the typical anything. It's a strategy RPG that's done in a certain way that you just don't see a lot, or it's done in a different or smaller scale way, like a Mario plus Rabbids, or something kind of completely different like an XCOM where you're shooting guns and stuff like that. So this game is just so different from what we've seen. We've had old school games like Shining Force and all of that, but those games are all kind of dead. When was the last time that we had a good Shining Force that we could play? And when was the last time that we've seen like Final Fantasy Tactics? That's all they've done. They haven't even remastered that game at this point. So like Fire Emblem is one of the very few games, big games, with this type of strategy RPG focus that can do this well and can review this well in today's day, with all the different shooters and the type of different stuff that people really like and what gets the best scores with the online websites and all of that. So great reviews for Fire Emblem. This is pretty much what I expected the game to be around. I theorized that it was going to be right around an 85 to 90, somewhere in that percentile range, and it split it right down the middle of those two with 85 and 90 with an 87. So that's exactly what I was thinking with that high 80s there, and this game deserves it. The developers are probably ecstatic with everything so far, and I'm really happy with the reviews overall, but I still think that some of them were a little like weird at the bottom. We got 3 reviews kind of like in the 60s and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, really 60 for this type of game? But hey, it is what it is. Everybody has their opinion. I do want to go over some rankings with you guys. So far this year, this is the second best Switch game of 2019 when it comes to Metacritic ranking. The first is Super Mario Maker 2 on the Nintendo Switch. Next up, it's the 5th most discussed Switch game of 2019 when it comes to reviews, articles, comments, ratings, all that stuff kind of combined in together. So not bad, and that number is definitely going to go up. And we still got more great Switch games to come. Next month, we have Oninaki. We also have Astral Chain as well, and then September, there's just an explosion of different stuff to come. And also, we have the slight little revision coming out mid-August if you're here in the West with North America and all that, and then if you're in Europe, it comes out I think early September. So there's also that to throw into the mix. So there's a lot of exciting stuff when it comes to Nintendo Switch users out there, when it comes to just the Switch in general. It's been a very eventful summer. Super Mario Maker, Fire Emblem, Dragon Quest Builders 2, Marvel Ultimate Alliance. There's just so much different stuff that's been hitting the Switch and doing really well on the system. So it's good to see. So what do you guys think about the reviews for Fire Emblem Three Houses? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And before we go, I do want to mention the giveaway for Fire Emblem Three Houses. So I did just want to give away the game. I thought that could be something that we could do, but I've done that so many times. But this time there's these cool pins. So I decided with these rare pins, I'm going to give away 2 sets of the pins. So 2 lucky people will be able to get these pins shipped to them. And these are the official pins from the GameStop exclusive pre-order bonuses that a lot of people weren't able to get their hands on. And they're pretty cool. They're pretty cool. So I wanted to give those away instead. And how you can enter to win is that I actually have a Gleam link. It will be in the link in the description below. You can also check it out on Twitter as well. And based on what you do from there, you can get multiple entries to win these pins. Now, if you're here in the US, no problem. I can ship them to you. However, if you're in Europe, we're going to have to work out shipping arrangements if you do win or if you still want them. So we're going to have to talk about that. But yeah, basically it's going to be for people here in the US, unless for Europe, we can work out some type of shipping arrangement. So that basically wraps it up for this one here, guys. Make sure you check out the link in the description below. That will have the link over to the giveaway Gleam, and you can enter to win there. So good luck to all who enter in. We'll be having it for about a week. So what did you guys think about this whole video here? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Go and check out the links in the description below. We got Facebook and Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Let me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to PlayerEssence for this RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace.